Hello! So today we are looking at a review and recap of what you have learnt so far on this 14-day diet overhaul with TeamOTFit. So far, your mindset should now be changing from the concept of good foods versus bad foods. And now that you're starting to understand nutrition and learn about nutrition, you should be looking at foods as a whole, looking at the diet as a whole, rather than foods in isolation and asking yourself, is this good? Is this bad? It's all about, is this moderation, balance within my lifestyle? So far, you've also learned understanding what macronutrients are and why you need them. Focusing specifically on the 80-20 rule. 80% of the food you eat should be coming from whole, nutritious foods. Foods that are full of vitamins, minerals and fibre to enhance your performance every single day, in and out of the gym. As well as focusing on the 20% of the food that you love, because the most critical component to any plan is your ability to stick to that plan. The 20% allowing you to eat the foods you love is your adherence to the plan moving forwards, in order to create a habit and therefore the lifestyle, rather than just a diet with an expiration date. You should also now be looking at what you can include rather than what you should exclude. You should be having at least 5 healthy items to your day. As well, you should be looking to include protein sources at every meal, and this should be made very easy for you because you've got your top 10 protein sources list that you created earlier on in the week. What else have you learnt? Well, you've understood that carbs aren't the devil, and that the majority of your intake should come from complex carbohydrates. You should have a list of 10 different carb sources, with the majority of those carb sources being complex carbs. Now, I'm not against you consuming simple carbohydrates, but again, we're talking about the 80-20. 80% of your consumption should be coming from the complex, nutritious carbohydrates, while the other 20% should be saved for the foods and carbs that you love. You also understand that the majority of your fat intake should be coming from mono and polyunsaturated fats, and as well you should have a list of 10 different fat sources. So you know when you're short on a certain macronutrient, whether that be protein, carbohydrates or fat, you've got your top 10 list to go to, so you can easily decide how and where to get those macronutrients from. So far you have learnt a hell of a lot of information, and the exciting part now is there is so much more to come. It's about learning the information that you've learnt so far, and learning and understanding how to incorporate that in everyday life. So moving forwards, we're going to be discussing daily guidelines to help with controlling hunger, not being lethargic, decreasing your fatigue, whilst also increasing your energy and motivation, not only throughout the day, throughout the week, but also the months moving forwards. We're going to be looking at controlling your portion sizes, simple tips and tricks that you can implement from today, as well as reading food labels and being aware of misleading marketing. This is a very important section, so make sure you do not miss that one. Planning and achieving success with your diet is coming as well. There's a 2-part series on planning, so stay tuned and get ready to learn, understand and apply these tips, these tricks that are going to make your journey moving forward as easy, as simple and effective as possible. So today's task. Your task today is to continue each day applying all the tips and advice you have received so far. I want you to return to previous daily videos to reflect and keep things at the top of your mind. Comment in the group any questions you have at this stage, and get prepared for all the valuable tips and tricks that are to come over the next 7-day period. I'm so excited for what's to come, and I just cannot wait to see and hear about how you apply them and get some great success moving forwards. Other than that, I'll see you in the group.